Buck? You should just turn that frown upside down.
If I could tell you the stories.
Oh, tell them. Come on, while the camera's rolling. Come on, tell us the stories of your life.
No. Welcome to the Rowdy.com Big 3 burning issues after Pocono 500 miles.
My generation.
My generation.
500 miles at Pocono, and it just flew by, didn't it, Buck?
Oh my God, it flew by.
And issue number 1 has got to be Denny Hamlin, who has now won 4 out of his 9 Pocono starts, as well as 4 out of the 9 starts this season, the last 9 starts in 2010.
Denny starts out the year and looks just like utter crud, and we'd expected so much from him, and then he goes ahead and actually fulfills our dreams. He's doing very well. He's technically...
Is he fulfilling your dreams?
Fulfilling my dreams. He's technically the points leader as it goes by the chase.
Well, yeah. If the chase started tomorrow, he would have 40 bonus points as opposed to Jimmy Johnson's 30 bonus points. And I think it's great. I picked Denny back in December to unseat Jimmy this season, but don't forget Carl Edwards in 2008. Let that be your cautionary tale, Denny Hamlin. I think it's great that you're mounting this challenge, but don't forget Carl Edwards and his 9 wins in 2008. Who won the championship that year, Buck Fever?
A little guy named Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson might seem like he's a little off the pace right now, or at least not having the kind of luck he's had in years past, but don't you worry, the 48 will be back. But I hope that what this means is we'll actually have a competitive chase.
Jimmy Johnson is like a drunk at a party. He's just in the corner.
What are you saying?
He's a little punch drunk. He will sober up, and he will come back and fight the crap out of Denny.
Just make sure you don't give him the keys to his race car until he sobers up.
Next issue, Joey Logano.
Joey Logano, bringing it. Taking Kevin Harvick to task, going toe-to-toe with him in pit road after the race.
I think he was great. I have no idea why Kevin Harvick was racing him so hard for 5th position and 4th position. It was stupid racing on Kevin Harvick's part. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, on his part. Joey Logano, though, getting in his face. I love it. He takes out Delana, and then he says he wants to have a man-to-man conversation, and Kevin Harvick has too many people protecting him. It's just great stuff. Way to go, Joey.
Yeah, and remember that this was not the first time these guys have gotten into it. In the nationwide race at Bristol, there was a similar incident where they were pretty much competing for 5th, and Kevin Harvick punted Joey Logano. So now this is the second time, and come on, this was not an incident. This wasn't just a racing deal. This was intentional. This would have been easy to avoid. Kevin Harvick chose not to avoid it and chose to take out Joey Logano, and there will be retribution. But it was great to see Joey Logano step up, and I got to think that doing so publicly gained him a lot of race fans and gained him a lot of respect around the garage.
I love it. Joey, if you're going to pay Kevin Harvick back, what you're going to do, don't just do it when you get the first opportunity. Wait till it really, really sucks for him. Like, you know, he's already the points leader. Why he would do that to you when he's the points leader, I don't know. You owe it to him. Make him pay.
Well, Kevin Harvick ruined the 20s chances at what would probably have been a top 5. So I think if Joey Logano is going to pay Harvick back, it has to be an eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye.
Which leaves the whole world blind.
Now, the last issue of the day, the dinger in Casey Kane. What's the dinger doing blocking Casey Kane in the last couple laps and sending him into the grass?
What I think is interesting about this, Buck, is not necessarily this particular incident, but what really is a trend of teammate versus teammate altercations, right?
It really is.
Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson.
Same deal.
Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin. A.J. Allmendinger, Casey Kane. Now, obviously, A.J. Allmendinger, Casey Kane, that's not sort of the same level as a Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, or a Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, but it seems like there is not this sacrosanct sort of thing among teammates like perhaps there used to be.
Well, when I watched it, I was like, AJ, did you realize it was Casey Kane you were blocking? I mean, what are you doing going all the way down there to block Casey Kane? You didn't need to do that.
Well, and Greg Biffle was almost more angry than Casey Kane. I mean, Casey Kane said, I don't really talk to the guy much anyway, but you better be assured that I will this week. But Greg Biffle called out A.J. Allmendinger hard, and maybe Casey held back a little bit because it is his teammate, but Greg Biffle did not mince words.
In the case of Casey, he has nothing to really lose. He's not going to make the chase to the championship. Greg Biffle fighting to stay into that chase, and when somebody somebody pulls a move like this, Greg Biffle, you need to pay back the dinger.
And the dinger, incidentally and perhaps ironically, was the highest finishing Ford and the only Ford in the top 10.
Might not happen next week.
All right, that has been your Rowdy.com Big 3 for today, the post-Pocono edition. What are you doing?
It's our Rowdy gang sign.
That's our Rowdy gang sign?
Yeah.
Maybe you could come up with something a little less complicated. All right, we'll see you again tomorrow.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.